everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki. I'm just another brown girl in America. Say hello to my chat, my weekly chat. We got everybody in the building today. We missing one. Everybody say, what's up?
What up, what up, what up?
Hey.
How's everybody week going so far?
Pretty cool.
Good.
That's good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into this content. And we're a little late and get the show started. Y'all know I can't see. I'm your favorite auntie, so I'm a little old lady. All right, so here's the first topic. You know the rules. We're going to watch it, and I'm going to present a question, and we'll go from there.
Hello, what's your name?
I'm Madison.
Madison. Can I talk to your director, please?
Yes, she's in the restroom and she'll be right out.
Thank you. Hello. Are you the director?
Yes.
I'll wait till you get off the phone.
Okay, I'm talking to the owner.
Okay. Do you want to put her on speaker?
Yes. Okay, Shelly, I'm going to put you on speaker, okay?
Okay, so what's your name? You're the director.
Jessica.
You're Jessica, and Shelly is the owner.
Yes.
Okay. Shelly, my name is Misty Hernandez, and I'm the grandmother of CJ and Briella Bryant. And my daughter brings her children here, and we have zero consent on file for your staff to paint our grandson's nails pink. I think that's not good. I think that's caused confusion for kids. I don't care what parent allows you to do that. And I'm still talking. I'm still talking. No, I can't because you're interrupting me and I'm talking.
I am just finding out about this and I am not happy about it. I don't need you to give me a lecture. I'm going to lecture my staff.
Yeah, because honestly, that's against the law. That is confusion of a child. You do not have any consent form on file to paint his nails.
Calm down right now. Your child was welcome.
And if I were you, I would stop yelling at me because your facility is in very big trouble for this.
No, we are not in big trouble.
You do not have consent from my daughter to paint his.
You are welcome to bring that child back in and we can take the nail polish off.
Why? I'm definitely going to do that. I'm also going to record that because you do not have consent to paint his nails. Your staff is crazy for thinking they can paint a little boy's nails without consent of a mother.
You do not need to yell at me.
You're yelling at me and you're also cutting me off.
You are coming in and attacking everyone. It is a small child. It is color on his fingernails. And I just said to Jessica, it's not like they did pink, right? And she told me yes.
It doesn't matter if they did pink or green. You don't have consent to do either color to him.
We had activities going on today, and a lot of parents don't care.
This parent cares, and you have to have a consent in the state of Texas.
Such an asshole. Stop it. I am telling
You just assaulted me by saying that word, and you are being recorded. You are being recorded. Are you neglecting to take care of this? Because I'm trying to talk to you.
I told you that you can come in and we will buy you nail polish remover. I was going to offer a few hours free, but I do not want you guys coming back because you cannot come in and attack.
First of all, let me tell you this. I wouldn't have to come in and talk to you if your staff would not paint my grandson's nails pink.
You are not even asking what happened and how.
I don't give a damn what happened.
You are not welcome in this center, and I'm going to call the police if you.
I'm going to call the police right now and file a report here because you did that without consent.
I will happily call licensing and email them and report that this child his nails were painted because that was the activity that we did, and the staff made him.
Everybody painted their nails. My granddaughter's nails aren't painted.
No, not everybody, but it was an activity that was going on. I'm trying to get information about this, but I cannot have anyone coming in. What you're doing right now is harassing me and my
No,
staff.
you're cussing at me, and I have that recorded. You called me an asshole. That's recorded. I'm not attacking anybody. I'm talking to, and you're yelling, and you're a business owner?
You seen that? You heard that? Thank you, everybody. Thank you, chat. Welcome in. Welcome in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment. Let us know you're here. If you want your comments read up on the panel, you can definitely submit a super chat. But my question is, so the video we just saw shows a grandmother confront a daycare lady for painting her 3-year-old grandson's nails pink, which she believes caused confusion. This incident highlights attention in the education system. So the core question for this panel is, are incidents like this harmless form of creative expression, or do they represent a serious overstep with teachers based on their personal beliefs and entering gender confusion against the wishes of the parents?
Oh, I got a question.
Oh, well, hold on.
No, go ahead. Who are the? Go ahead.
So I definitely think there should have been some kind of form sent home about what type of activities you guys were going to engage in, because correct that all parents are not for all things. Just because you think that it's okay for your child to do, that doesn't mean that is my belief system. So if I don't want you to paint my 3-year-old son's nails pink, then that should not be a problem. You shouldn't be argumentative. You should be apologizing.
Yeah, the arguing was mind blowing to me. Go ahead, Carlos.
It's not one person on this panel that went to school and they had an activity where they paint men nails. That grandmother shouldn't have went up there. It should have been a man that went up there so they can get that man's voice and his opinion, and that shit would have squashed it, because ain't no man finna argue with no woman. Ain't no fucking way that they thought that was cool to paint a little boy nails. I don't care what color that is. I wasn't raised like that, and I'm pretty sure everybody on this panel don't even have a story of when they was in school where they did an activity like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't agree. They
Say that
definitely should have
again.
talked. I said I agree. I don't think they should have been painting nails. I mean, yeah.
If it was, it should have been girls' activities,
Yeah.
and men should have had, and little boys should have had little boys' activities like building a car or doing something masculine. Paint nails is a feminine trait. Ain't nowhere in the world that I would have been okay with that. I wouldn't have let my wife went up there, my girl. I would have went up there, and I would have had. They would have knew how deep my voice was today. Ain't nowhere in the world that you finna give me as a man some fingernail polish remover, so I as a man can remove fingernail polish from my son. What is that teaching him?
Well, the man might not. We don't know if the dad in the picture. What you think, Tim?
Yeah. No, I fully agree. It's not right. I mean, my wife's been a preschool teacher for 3 and 4-year-olds for 30 years, and they've never done that. I mean, I think there is, though, that one was coming on pretty strong, and I get the argument, because I think that teacher or that supervisor, whoever she was talking to, the owner of the daycare, felt jumped on, but that's wrong. It's clearly wrong.
I don't think that woman was coming up.
But why is the grandmother coming up? Where's the mom? Where's the mom? Where's the dad?
But this the thing. Family is family. I don't think that woman was coming off strong anyway, because that shouldn't have never happened.
That's fine. I agree with that. It should. I agree with that.
That should have never happened.
Now,
if it was on her granddaughter, it would have been different. Like, I'm pretty sure that grandmother wouldn't have came up there, because that's a feminine trait.
Now I would say, I was go ahead, Amber. Then I'm gonna say something after you.
Well, that's what I was about to say. What Carlos just said, like that they didn't paint the little girl's nails, so it's crazy that the little girl came home without her nails painted, which is girly things, but the little boy did. Now that it don't make sense. Yes, the grandmama probably came, enraged, because that's how, she was feeling at the time. We've all done that. We've all expressed ourselves that way and then thought about that shit later, like, damn, we probably should have handled it another way. But at that moment, She wanted to let her know, like, you got me fucked up.
What if the
Well,
little boy
let's
wanted his nails painted?
That
What if
don't
he
matter.
asked for that?
Even if he did want his kids want a lot of things. Even
Mm-hmm.
if he did, because she did say that in the video, and that's probably why the little girl don't have her nails, because they said, we just said if the kids wanted it, they could come over, excuse me, and get their fingernails painted. But for me, we all know that's diabolical. So we know that as far as what we agree on that. But for me, I would say even if it was a girl, you don't know if I even allow my children or my child to wear fingernail polish. You don't know if I feel like that's too grown. You don't know if she's allergic to what's ever in the fingernail polish.
Yeah.
Like I've never heard of anything
Yeah.
like that being done as an activity at a
But so
daycare.
Nikki, I agree with that. And like I said, I've been dealing with my wife for a long time. Was working with 3-year-old and 4-year-olds forever. They've never done that, and so I don't think it's a real deal. I mean, in this school it was, and it was a big problem. But it's not like daycares are painting little boys' fingers
So
pink
how did I know you was gonna say that, Tim? So
because
in
you know
light of
that I'm a
this,
smart man.
so in
Listen,
light of this,
I like Tim. I love Tim. I love this.
I wanted to tell you, and I wanted to because I also want to talk because it's happening more than we know. That's why I want to bring it up. That's why a lot of the social issues, the outrage, because it had a lot to do with the kids. California passed a law that basically saying that you don't need a consent. They can hide your kids' gender, no matter if they telling them if they having gender confusion or anything like that. So I didn't want to get it wrong. So what I did was I looked it up.
Because isn't
So
prostitution legal in California?
I'm
California
sorry.
is,
What did you say?
Isn't prostitution like legalized in California? So they be all they be into some freaky stuff out there.
yeah, but see, here's the thing. California
How many
sets
men?
the pre
How many men
Cali
prostitution you seen with painted nails?
No,
what?
I'm just saying that goes to she's
Hey,
saying that about the kids can be like whatever they want to be. They can be whatever.
But that's what I'm saying. What? How many men prostitutions have you seen that got painted nails?
I'm
I ain't
just
seen
saying
I
not
haven't
one.
seen that many male prostitutes myself,
sexualized.
but
That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm saying like it's a time and a place, especially when you're learning a child in school at that age. It seemed like this was an elementary school or a daycare. These are critical soaking up sponge, critical ages. And what I mean by soaking, like a kid is a sponge. At that age, that a kid don't know if he gay or not. And when motherfuckers say, "Oh, I was born gay," no, you wasn't. You learned that you learned. Now, you paint my son nails, and you think, and I never in my life, my son been in this school 4 years, and he never came in this motherfucker with his nails. What makes you think that's okay? And then
well,
if they would have called the parent, hey, can I paint your son nails? Are you fucking
You're
serious?
cutting out, Carlos. You breaking up.
no, well, Carlos, it's a great point, and I couldn't agree more. That's not right. And I think Nikki and I think you as well are trying to make an overriding point that as little kids you have to treat boys like boys and girls like girls.
And that's
So if
my
you
point exactly. I
yeah
agree with
yeah
you a lot, Tim.
well no I don't agree with that. It's like so if you got a classroom and it's got pink blocks and it's got blue blocks and it's got gray blocks,
Uh huh.
you slap a boy down if he grabs a pink block. I mean, a 3-year-old doesn't know the difference. You know, it's like if a 3-year-old wants to pick up a doll and play with the doll, is the teacher in that school going to say, no, that's not for you? Go over here to the car.
Tim, I got a question for you.
Yeah, yeah,
You have a son?
absolutely.
If your son said his favorite colors is purple, pink, would you be okay with that?
100%.
100%.
What was the
I'm pretty
100%.
question?
sure your I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure your son's favorite color are not them colors.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're not either, but if they
Well,
were,
I'm
it's
not
fine.
gonna
Why?
go that
You know
far
why?
because
Hold on. You know why, Tim? Because by the voice, you sound like a masculine man. So you're not going, as a man, you're not going to introduce feminine products or anything to your son. Am I right or wrong?
I think sorry, you're wrong. I'm not going to introduce anything to him. But my son now is
No, you never
my,
introduced.
my
What
son is
have you?
old and grown. But when he was a kid,
Yeah, I'm saying
I
when
didn't
he was
dictate
grown.
what colors he played with.
No, but you dictate when to use femininity and masculinity with your sons and daughters. Am I right or wrong?
Wrong.
That's a lie. That's a
What?
lie.
I'm just
I'm
You
saying.
not.
can't tell. Wait a
It's
minute,
not a lie.
Carlos.
It's
You
my
can't.
That's a
opinion.
lie.
It's not a
That's
lie.
a
Carlos,
It's my
lie.
Carlos. You
opinion.
Ain't
can't
no,
tell that
ain't
man
no
that.
way, ain't no way in the world a man is finna tell me that he's finna introduce his son to some feminine ways. No,
That's
He
not
Sam,
what
got
I'm
you
a
not
asked
whole
finna.
me.
different.
That's not what
I'm
you
not
asked
finna.
me.
I'm not finna
Carlos.
allow that.
Calm down,
No,
Carlos.
no.
Hold on,
Go
man.
ahead.
I mute your
Go
ass.
ahead.
Now,
Go
I
ahead.
said, first of all, you cannot tell Tim that he lied about how he raised his son. You just can't say that. Now, what you can say is you don't believe it, but Tim has a very different thought process than you have. No, we would not, if it was, they pick up a dial, we're probably going to be like, that's for girls. Here you go. Yes, I'm going to do that. But Tim,
That's feminine.
don't.
That's feminine,
Okay,
masculine ways. So you agreeing with me?
But no.
Go
well,
ahead.
hold
Carlos,
on. I'm agreeing with you, Carlos. I'm talking about you just said here. Tim said, no, I never did that. And you just flat out told this man he was a whole lie. But
No.
that's not necessarily true. Maybe he didn't do that, but that's just not your worldview. But since Tim think that it is not as prevalent as it is, and then I do, like I said, because it is, and California normally sets the precedent for a lot of culture, social things because of Hollywood and everything else. So, California law restricts schools from mandating parental notification on student gender identity. In July 2024, California Governor Gavin Newsom signed into law Assembly Bill 1955, AB 1955, also known as the Safety Act. This legislation prohibits school districts from enacting policy that require school staff to notify parents if a student identifies with a different gender or if that student uses different names or pronouns at the school. It's with the students without the student's consent. So the student get to say so on what their parents should know. So the law effectively bans what proponents have termed forced outing policies, which some California school districts have implemented. These policies mandated that parents be informed of their child's gender changes at school, but Gavin Newsom said he didn't want to do that. Now y'all can look that up. I'm not gonna read through that whole bill, but also what Gavin Newsom did and a lot of other governors in blue states did is make it to where if the child, I don't know if you remember, Carlos, when they started calling it, they're saying call the DFS on your parents. So basically, if that child ran away, they will harbor your child and give them gender affirming care, which is cutting off their genitals and all that. So my point, Tim, is happening more than you know.
Well,
And that's
and
why
that might be true. That might be true. But my opinion is it isn't. I think the right makes it a huge issue where it's really on the margins. It's such not an issue. But Carlos, back to what you said, I just don't believe what you said, which is children are not born gay or trans or whatever. They learn it. I believe children are born that way. I think there's children that are born,
Okay, so
and it's so clear for some
I
kids
got a question for
from
you.
day one. It's just
I got a
Go
question.
ahead.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
Were you born to learn how to tie your shoe?
No.
Were you born to learn how to drive a car?
No.
So you just answered my question. You contradicted yourself.
That's how you feel about
self.
your
That's
gender is
self-talk.
not tying a shoe. It's not driving a
No,
car. Are you kidding me?
it's self-talk. You have to know that. How do you know how to be gay? You taught that. You're around it. You're soaking it in.
That's just not true, Carlos. It's just not true. You're
So
mixing apples and oranges. When you're taught to write, you're not born knowing how to write, but
Okay.
you are born knowing how you feel about yourself and your body.
You learn
Well,
it.
No, you don't. You're
hold on,
born with that.
Carlos. Wait a minute,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Carlos. I want to get some
Okay.
other people in here,
Yep,
but I
absolutely.
also what I want to say is that what Carlos is talking about is the psychology of nature versus nurture. So nature, no, I do not believe nobody's inherently born gay. I do believe that your environment, your surroundings, things of that nature, just like babies are born as a blank slate. They just are. It's just in the books. Babies are born in a blank slate. We only thing they know how to do when we talking about nature is when they come out the womb as a mother, you know they're gonna automatically look for your boob to feed. We know they're gonna automatically cry when they're hungry. We know these things. Other than
If
that,
you never
everything is
if you
adaptive.
never
So
talk to
hold
your baby will not know how to talk.
right, hold on, Carlos. Because
Go
I
ahead.
want to anybody else, Sheikah, Amber.
Go ahead. My bad. My apologies.
I don't know, like when kids start doing stuff like boys playing with dolls, and girls, because girls can be tomboys too, and they could grow up to be studs. So I mean,
But they can also grow up to be feminine. I was a tomboy.
but I'm saying it does come with correction, but then it's like it's whatever you believe in. Like y'all say, like some people might feel like you shouldn't correct the child being is who they are. Like, you know what I mean? Some parents are like that. Like some parents are like, let them be who they want to be, and then like some parents are mean. They might slap the kid if they see the kid playing with a doll. So I mean, that could scare a kid to be straight. You know what I'm saying? If they're getting slapped around, and what I'm saying, told that it's bad, so they could possibly be on the down low. So it's just kind of like, slippery slope. But kids definitely shouldn't be learning about sex, period. Heterosexual sex, homosexual sex. They should be waiting till they're 18, out your parents' house, because yeah, there are fast gay people, there are fast little girls, there are fast little boys. I mean, so yeah, they shouldn't be learning about sex at all. There's teen pregnancies. I mean, all of it's bad. It's not just gay. All of it's just not good for kids to be learning.
Well, I definitely agree with that. I do believe that children are being over sexualized across the board. I don't care what it is. I would feel the same way if it was heterosexual and it was just over sexualized in movies. But I do feel like there is an attack on the nuclear family. Actually, there is an attack on the nuclear family. It's all over the place. Uh, so, yeah, that's that. So, I do not agree, of course, with the fingernails. I would have been diabolically outraged. I probably would have. Yeah, I probably would have raged out. She did better than me. The father was not probably not around. I can't. I don't know. But a lot of women like to try to handle things on their own too.
But
So
see, yeah, that's when you need a man in these schoolhouses, cause yeah, these people, they
But
especially
that
single
that
black
just let
mothers,
but that just
single
let
black
me know
mothers.
that just let me know that daycare didn't have no men there, because for them women to think that was okay, that's fucked up. Because if it was a man staff in there, they would be like, hey, don't be doing that to no little boy. I know I would have. I don't care if I was a custodian. If I seen that, I'd be like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, this is a little boy. Little boy do not need his nails painted.
anything else on that, y'all? No. All right. So let me read. We got super chats. Let me read the
Uh-oh.
super.
What we
Uh-oh.
got?
So we got Spaces says the LGBTQIA plus community is coming after your kids. They're coming for your children because they can't have their own.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Somebody else says all right, is this true, Tim?
Is what true?
That comment I just put up.
No, they're not coming after your children. Give me a break.
No, I just put another comment up. Somebody asked you, they addressed you. Can you see it?
Yeah, let a child choose what they want to do.
They say, I think Tim is a let a child choose what they want to do kind of parent.
I would say, yeah, maybe not within every boundary, but yeah, in general, I think that you and well, and maybe the whole panel believes that children are born. If you're a man, you're straight. If you're a woman, you're straight. There's a whole mixture of people that are born, and so if I know so many kids that I could tell they were gay from when they were young, and they turned out to be gay. They weren't taught that. It's just how they were born. And I
They
know
wasn't
you don't
correct.
agree with it, but I'm just saying
You
there
believe in
are.
God, Tim?
Heck yeah. I
You
don't believe
believe
in
it,
Jesus Christ.
but do you believe God make mistakes?
I don't think a gay child is a mistake.
That's not what I asked you.
No, I don't
I
think God
said,
makes mistakes. No, I
so
don't
why
think he
would he
does.
make the mistake of making a little boy a boy, but he actually meant to make it a girl?
It's not a mistake.
What?
What are you saying that so God made a child that is
No,
dead
I
at
said
birth?
if
So
God
so
don't
I'm
make it,
saying I don't believe it's a mistake. And I think Nikki, what you're trying to say is everything's God's plan. It's fine. So if a child dies at birth, is that not a mistake? If a child dies when they're 7 days old, it's a tragedy.
it
It's
is
not a mistake.
definitely a tragedy.
But it's God's will. So it's God's will if a child is born a boy but feels he's
But
a
do you,
woman.
no,
That's
hold on. See
confusion.
now,
I got to
no,
Can I ask Tim a question?
Sorry, Nikki.
Confusion.
Can I can I ask you a
hold
question,
on,
Tim?
no, wait a minute, hold on, because I gotta finish my what I
Okay, go ahead.
Tim mixing two things. So what I'm saying is, if you believe in God and you believe that He don't make mistakes, then if I believe that I'm a boy, then I inherently believe that He made a mistake with me. But that's not true.
Nikki, you're mixing two things up
I know
because
because I
you're
just
saying that that's a mistake. If God
what?
makes you a boy, listen to me.
I'm
If
listening.
God makes you a boy, but you feel like you're a woman, if God makes you born with a penis, but you feel like you're a woman inside, it's not a mistake. It's what He's done for you.
No, no.
You're saying it's a mistake. It's not a
Hold on.
mistake.
No, we have a lot of feelings. So feelings ain't all from God. All our feelings don't come from God. Feelings are nothing. We talking about facts. We talking about biology. So feelings mean nothing. We're talking about what actually is. You know
Well,
what I mean?
what is you think it's a mistake. I don't. I think it's the way of the world. I think that there's
I
boys.
didn't.
I think
I
there's
think.
women. I think there. What about this, Nikki? What about people that are born with both sexes? What the fuck is that? Excuse my language, but
Okay.
it's a
Well,
lot. It's a
hold
lot.
on.
There's a lot of people
It's a
born with
No,
it's a
both.
it's
term.
not a lot of people.
It's a
This no, it's
hold
not.
on,
Yeah,
hold
This
on,
less
hold
than
on,
it's
hold
more
on.
than a
1%
couple.
of the
It's a
community.
hold on. It's a term for that. It's called a hermaphrodite.
Yes.
So
Right,
when
but it's
hold on,
less than
hold on.
1.1% of the
Oh,
population,
it,
Yeah.
it's not about
Okay.
the
and that's
percentage.
not
It's
the
about
same thing. They didn't have a choice.
Oh, it's a mistake though, Nikki. Right? Why would He make it both?
No,
It's
they
got to be a
still
mistake.
choose which one they live. When they are born, they take care of that, or their parents choose. They were born like that. We're not talking about people that were born like that. We're talking about people that grow up and make choices, or in the case of these children, their parents are making choices for them to get their genitals cut off, say they gay,
Sorry,
paint their hair
Curtis.
rainbow.
I,
I
I
got a
need to
So
question
finish
for
this real quick though, Curtis. Let me finish this because are
okay,
you
go ahead.
saying then God wants some children to be born with both a penis and a vagina? That's what He decides, and that's what He wants. Is that what you're saying, Nikki? Because He didn't make a mistake.
well, I mean,
God
people
can't
that
make a
hold on,
mistake.
you it's not hold on. Because see, you trying that's what y'all do. So here we go.
No, I'm just
So
trying to
you
state a fact.
no, you're not. You're trying to mix something that is done and already natural, which is almost like that's like somebody being born with a disability. That's just what that is. So that's not, we're not talking about that. You're trying to conflate the two. I'm talking about people making choices on their own, on the lifestyle they want to live, and the
Their
parents,
sexuality.
right, and their sexuality and how they choose, which
Mm.
is nothing wrong with that. You can make your
I got
choices, my whole thing is, as far as this video, going back to the video, quit putting it on the kids.
So I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Curtis.
I got a question for Tim. And I'm just listening to what you just said. So how many children you have, Tim?
15. No, I'm joking. 2. I
was
got
like
2.
That. You got
two.
what, the girl, boy, what, same sex?
Yep,
or?
exactly. Girl, boy.
So at what age you knew that they was gonna be straight?
I got an interesting story, but I would say they're both straight, and I thought they'd probably be both straight right from the get-go. But when they were 10, 11, 12, 13, I don't know. There was not a definite date, but can I tell my story real quick? Just because.
Hold on. Before you tell your story,
yeah.
So you seen both your children get crowned, right? You seen them come out the vagina?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So at that very moment, you can look at a baby and say, is he gonna be gay or straight? Yes or no?
No, absolutely.
So you contradicted yourself.
I
want to make it very. Hold on. I'm not trying to disrespect you or talk over you.
That's all right.
You contradicted yourself. Hold on, no, you contradicted yourself when you said at birth if that baby gonna be born gay or not, and you just said when you seen your child get crowned, you did not know at that very moment if they're gonna be gay or not. So to fast forward it, you only know if they're gonna be gay or not as the older they get when they learn things, and that's all I have to say. But go ahead and tell your story.
No, that's all right, Curtis. But I was being a smartass when I said from the get-go, because I figured my kids would be straight. My wife's straight. I'm straight. If they would have been gay, it wouldn't have bothered me in the least bit, and it would have had pushing them one way or the other.
You said they was born gay. You say kids are born gay. That's what you said.
Some are.
Huh?
I just believe some are, but my story about my kids are they're 30 and 27, and they're twins. And they're twins, and they're 3 years apart because they're born in vitro, and my daughter was frozen and then thawed out 3 years later. So it's a pretty cool story. But no, I just believe kids are born sometimes.
Hold on, you say what?
Yeah, I know. It's hard to get your head around.
In vitro.
I got twins that are 3 years apart because my daughter was frozen and my son was born, and then she was thawed out 3 years later, and she was born. So that's pretty cool. But
Tim, don't tell that. Don't tell that story.
It be different cultures and stuff, different people.
Ain't nobody else. I never heard a story like that. But hey,
well, look it up. It's just a true story. But anyway,
okay.
No, I just it's different than I think all 4 of you. Maybe I don't know. I believe that some kids are born gay. I believe that some kids are born.
I mean, if they grow up and don't change.
I know, Curtis. What I said was I was being
contradicted yourself. You just said when you say
Curtis, you didn't hear what I said. What I said was I was being a smartass. I was.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't. But that's what I'm saying. We're on air and people watching this show. So when you say stuff like that, I'm going to have questions because, like I said, you don't learn how to drive. You're not born to drive a car. You're not born to learn how to tie your shoe. You learn those things by the people around you or your environment. So when I asked you, when you seen your kids get crowned, did you know at that very moment, oh, this going to be a gay, oh, this going to be straight, and you said no. So kids, you don't know if kids cannot be born gay. That's all I'm saying. I was just trying to correct. I was just trying to correct you on that.
So Curtis, who teaches you how to blink? Who teaches you how to blink? Who teaches you how to breathe?
Hold on,
all right, I'm done. That's fine.
We're gonna do one. We have to do one mic because when y'all talk over each other like that, the audience can't hear it, and you can't try not your best not to like cut people off. But I'm gonna go ahead to move to the next topic. We do have another super chat. Mr. Bean says God definitely makes mistakes. Genesis 6:6. Okay. Whatever, but Amerlin was made perfect. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the super chat.
Somebody flirt with her. They try to shoot their shot.
Don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share the link. Yes. So this conversation and the way that this conversation actually went brings me to my actual next topic. Just about cultural differences, the way people are raised, the things that people advocate for on behalf of others. So with that being said, I want to play this video and then I'll present my question.
White liberals when it comes to the Black community is that they don't even realize that they're doing more harm than good. And I firmly and wholeheartedly know to be true that for most of them, it's coming from a loving, compassionate, kind-hearted place, but it's still objectively causing harm. The white liberal sees the Black community as a community that needs to be safe. We need to add further protections for the Black community. We need to rewrite laws for the Black community. We need to hand out government assistance, to keep helping the Black community. When all that's doing is keeping them in a self-destructive cycle. Rely on handouts, rely on the government, rely on external help. And I'm sorry, but this is a form of bigotry. It's not your intention, but it's backhanded and it's there. You can't succeed without my help. That's racism. Not one of the messages in the liberal policy for the Black community is, you are great on your own, you just need to see it. And that's what conservatives have been trying to say for years and years. You don't need liberals in office or an immense amount of government assistance to be great. You are great. Just get out of your own way. Get out of the influence that makes you feel like you don't have a place in this world outside of your community, outside of drinking or drugs or music. And if this wasn't the truth, then why do we have Black doctors, Black scientists, Black authors, Black surgeons, Black engineers, Black professors, Black teachers? Hell, we had a Black president who wouldn't have been elected without the white vote. The only thing stopping the Black community from being the best it can possibly be is liberal ideology. Instead of passing out standards to the Black community, all you do is pass out sympathy. And you excuse destructive choices just so they don't feel excluded from your love. And again, I know it's coming from a good place, but that's not allyship. I know that the Black community has an incredibly dark past, but so do most cultures and races. The Jewish community survived a genocide and rebuilt their entire country with some of the smartest people on the planet. The Asian community were thrown in internment camps, millions of them. And they rebuilt, and again, now they're dominating most of our professional world and our universities. There is no reason that the Black community cannot do the same. The only thing stopping them is you, the white liberal, convincing them that without your assistance, they can't rebuild like those other communities did. You convince them every single day that they are too weak, too broken, and too damaged and traumatized to do anything on their own. And you don't think that's a form of holding someone back?
That was a lot in that video.
Sorry. So let's cut right to the chase. So the lady in the video was offering critique. She wasn't just offering critique. She's making a direct accusation claiming that the well-meaning white liberal ideology is the biggest destruction to the Black community and our achievement in America. So my question for the panel, and specifically for my liberal guest and friend,
we're not friends no more.
Okay. Well,
that's another joke, Curtis. Sorry. I made
his name Carlos. Why you keep calling him
Carlos? I'm sorry, Carlos. Because it just says sea love.
All right.
I like Tim. I like.
All right.
Hey, Tim, me and you cool, man.
Hey, my question. I still got to show them. All right. My question is, can you honestly say that your political ideology is not a savior complex in disguise? And how do you respond to the charge that the most helpful thing you can do for the Black community is to stop helping us all together?
I would love if one of you would weigh in first, but if you want me to, go ahead.
To my liberal guests.
All right, I'll go first. So here's the thing. I thought she was wrong on every level. And this is why I thought she was wrong. Because it's not something you cure. In St. Louis in my lifetime, a Black family couldn't buy a house. They would not give a Black family a loan in my lifetime. I know you guys are younger than me. But so
they made a movie called The Banker about it.
Let him finish.
No.
Carlos.
Yeah, well, no. There were red lines. Black families could not get a loan in 1960. It just, some of them happened, but what built white wealth, in this country was property. It was owning things. Blacks weren't allowed to do that. And so now that she's saying, well, we can just make it right by saying everything's fine. Well, it's not fine. Black poverty isn't a matter of Blacks being lazy. It's not a matter of Blacks not being as good as whites. It's a matter of whites dominating blacks for the majority of this country, and that's got to change. And right now, today in the United States of America, if you apply for a job and you're black, you don't have a chance against a white person. There's, you guys might not think that's true, but there's all kinds of statistics. White people still dominate the job market. It's just the truth. So that's
Tim,
what I
I
have
want
to
to
say.
cry. I want to cry, Tim.
I
You
know,
put
I
that
know.
man.
I,
What the hell? What
Hold
the
on.
I
fuck is
just
Tim
touched you.
been at? What?
That's a fact, though.
I'm glad I
Hold
touched
on.
you.
So
Good, Carlos.
I muted you, Carlos. You're muted.
Sorry.
All right. So
I'll shut up.
you ain't gotta shut up because what you did was actually just do everything that she said, y'all. You make excuses for things that you don't know what's actually going on. Go ahead, Mr. Beans. I just dropped the link. You actually get involved in things that you really don't know what's going on. You kind of only know what you heard. It's almost like I just did a reaction video with the whole thing down in Memphis. The only people that's screaming about the National Guard is the white liberal people that don't have to live and get murdered every day and keep their head on a swivel. But then on the other side, you got the actual black people like me, Sheikah, Carlos, all us, thanking God that they there and we can go outside and our kids can play. I don't understand. And I know, and I'm not saying it's you because it's come from the top. It's an ideology. When Lyndon B. Johnson said, I'll have those niggas voting Democrat for the next 200 years, them uppity niggas. The Democrats have never been good for black people. You might think they might be good for you. The Democrats are the party of the KKK. The Democrats filibustered the civil rights movement. The Democrats here, they did not want to release slavery. They had a whole civil war, so they would, and this is all history and facts, so don't shake your head. No, this is facts. Yes, it is. I know my history. If I don't know nothing else, I know that. So what I'm saying is to the black community, all this ideology, especially with the black woman and coming and all these ideas, all that stuff come from the white liberal woman. That ain't no ideas, nothing we ever had. Aborting kids, all this kicking our man out the house, and we want this boss bitch independent woman stuff. The white boys was the first ones to passport bros was leaving. The black men, they followed that. Black women follow everything the white liberal woman want to do. Ain't none of this stuff that they advocating for, nothing we grew up with, just like we was talking about with the nail polish. Like Amber said, we raise our kids different. Contrary to what y'all think and contrary to what the media tell you, black people are socially conservative. They just don't know it because they don't know what the parties represent and they don't know why they vote. Hey, Mr. Beans, how you doing?
But are you saying that because the white infrastructure is making it hard for black people to get in? That's what he's saying. So we have to try to fit in where we can because we
But
don't
that's
have the ownership or the power.
so. Did you listen to what the video said?
No, what she's saying is that
What
we're
the she
relying on
said?
the government, but that's not
No,
true
what
at all.
she's saying is that ideology was put into we were taught like that. We were brought up like this. This been going on since what
Yeah,
Tim was
right.
talking about since before that. So what she's trying to tell you right now in 2025, ain't nothing holding black people back but black people. We the only people holding black people back. But Tim
Well,
seems
yeah,
to
we
think,
gotta come together.
seems to think that we're not lazy. But Tim also don't live around us either. Tim seems to think that we killing each other, I guess because we hungry. I don't know. Or because we poor. So I don't know. But I got Spaces just hopped in. Jamel Lee just hopped in. We got Mr. Beans. We got a full house tonight. So some returning faces, Mr. Spaces, Lee, and we got our new guest, Mr. Beans. Thanks for hopping on. Mr. Beans, you had something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I just want to say that the lady in that video is trash. Um, I really wish I could like get these people in front of me and in front of a camera and a microphone so I could expose them for the fake woke, you know what I'm saying, people that they really are. Because think about it like this. What you should be offended by, right, is the fact that she's saying the black community, right? As if in 2025, the black community is doing so horribly, right? The numbers don't support this. But the problem with, I think, black people and people in America in general is that they're just stupid. They don't take the time to actually do any research and figure out what's going on, right? So we know white people are the dominant society. It's 211 million of them, right? That's 3 times at least, at a minimum, more than every other race in the country. So trying to compare us to them is actually asinine. That doesn't make any sense. But then when you compare us to the other races, you know what you see? You see $2,000 difference here, $2,000 difference there, right? Who's number 2 on the list of millionaires in America? Black people, right? Black people today, black men right now in the last quarter earn 44,000 for the year, black women 52.
I
But we
think you
so broke and
misconstrued.
horrible.
No, I think you misconstruing what she was saying in the video because she's agreeing with you.
No. She wasn't.
No, I'm saying what she's saying is the same thing Malcolm X told us a long time ago. The white liberal ideology, with all their destructive policies, soft, and I'm just talking about more recent, even back then, but we can talk about recent. None of them are good for the black community. None of it.
What I'm saying is this,
one policy that's been good. That's what she was saying, that we need to get up from under that democratic oppression, that liberal ideology. We do not believe in aborting kids. We do not believe in transing our kids. We don't believe in none of that stuff. We believe in God. They don't.
So here's the thing. That's what you heard from it because you on this whole political thing.
I didn't hear that at all.
That's absolutely not what she said, because she kept saying the black community, as if the black community in 2025 is still in some kind of despair, right?
Because you
when
got
it's
a lot
just
of
not
the black
the truth.
community
on
still
public
acting
aid
like they are. That's no, because you have a segment of the black community that's still hollering about they oppress the white man. This I can't do it. That you gonna act like we don't have a segment of that in our community.
So here's what's so funny about you saying that. So here's what. Hold on one second. So hold on 1 second.
Carlos, because I want to give Spaces and Jamel. Did y'all see the video, Spaces and Jamel?
We need to hear the video again.
Wait, can we finish our exchange real quick though?
Go ahead.
So listen to what I'm saying though, right? You just said that it's black people out here saying that the white man is oppressing them, while also saying that the white woman in the video is saying that these people are oppressing you.
What?
Is that not what oppression is? Do we need to get a dictionary? Because we can look it up. If you're saying that, if you're saying that black people are out here running around saying the white man is oppressing them, when you're acknowledging that this white lady in the video is literally saying that white people are oppressing them.
That's not what she said. No,
ma'am, I'm saying this. Wait. We don't have to argue. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Okay, so listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. If you're saying that these people somehow have a control over your mind, that's oppression. Oppression isn't necessarily
that is exactly true. But what I'm saying is they have that over my mind because I'm not
your mind, not your mind. It's in general. No, it's general speak.
Right.
It's not your mind.
I'm not saying the segment of the population of a segment of the black community, and we please don't act like we don't know who they are. Not all.
I'm agreeing with you. Wait, I'm agreeing with you that I'm agreeing with you that they exist. Wait, I'm agreeing with you that they exist. But hold on, this is what I'm saying. But she's also saying in the video that they're being oppressed. So how are they lying? If you're saying that these black,
oh my God, she's saying that they are letting that ideology make them believe that. That is what I'm gonna replay the video.
Wait, but you just said yourself, Nikki, that some man said a long time ago, I will have black people voting Democratic for 100 years. Is that not oppression?
Because I still believe under the Democratic Party, black people are mentally oppressed. Yes, I do.
Okay, so when you say that people are running around saying they're oppressed, aren't they telling the truth?
No, because they actually not oppressed. It's an illusion.
Girl, you're going to stop this madness.
Isn't
You don't think
illusion.
black people oppress other black people?
Right.
Black people oppress other black people too.
It's
Like, you know
fake.
what I'm
It's
saying?
fake
That
They
ain't what
news.
we
worded.
talking about
It's
though.
not just white
Okay.
people do it,
All
and
right.
sometimes
So
that leads
go
to
ahead.
oppression to black
Right.
folks.
So here we go. I'm finna replay this video for spaces, and so we can hear this one more time.
White liberals when it comes to the black community is that they don't even realize that they're doing more harm than good. And I firmly and wholeheartedly know to be true that for most of them, it's coming from a loving, compassionate, kind-hearted place, but it's still objectively causing harm. The white liberal sees the black community as a community that needs to be safe. We need to add further protections for the black community. We need to rewrite laws for the black community. We need to hand out government assistance, to keep helping the black community, when all that's doing is keeping them in a self-destructive cycle. Rely on handouts, rely on the government, rely on external help. And I'm sorry, but this is a
Okay,
form
can
of
we pause
bigotry.
it?
It's not your intention, but it's backhanded and it's there. You can't succeed without my help. That's racism. Not one of the
Pause it
messages
right there.
in the
Pause it
liberal
right there.
policy for the black community is you are great on
No,
your
I'd like
own.
to hear
You
this.
just need to see it. And that's what conservatives have been trying to say for years and years. You don't need liberals in office or an immense amount of government assistance to be great. You are great. Just get out of your own way. Get out of the influence that makes you feel like you don't have a place in this world outside of your community, outside of drinking or drugs or music. And if this wasn't the truth, then why do we have black doctors, black scientists, black authors, black surgeons, black engineers, black professors, black teachers? Hell, we had a black president who wouldn't have been elected without the white vote. The only thing stopping the black community from being the best it can possibly be is liberal ideology. Instead of passing out standards to the black community, all you do is pass out sympathy. And you excuse destructive choices just so they don't feel excluded from your love. And again, I know it's coming from a good place, but that's not allyship. I know that the black community has an incredibly dark past, but so do most cultures and races. The Jewish community survived a genocide and rebuilt their entire country with some of the smartest people on the planet. The Asian community were thrown in internment camps, millions of them. And they rebuilt, and again, now they're dominating most of our professional world and our universities. There is no reason that the black community cannot do the same. The only thing stopping them is you, the white liberal, convincing them that without your assistance, they can't rebuild like those other communities did. You convince them every single day that they are too weak, too broken, and too damaged and traumatized to do anything on their own. And you don't think that's a form of holding someone back?
All right. So y'all seen that? You heard it again. Now I am going to start with spaces to go. Now I will say I didn't hear nothing in there, Mr. Beans. Hold on, I got y'all muted. I didn't hear nothing in there about her saying that they are oppressing. She's telling the black community that they don't have to have those beliefs and those mindsets.
Yeah, that's 1,000%. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's 1,000%. I called like I missed the video and jumped in as people were talking, so I don't understand 100% where everybody's coming from, but that's exactly right. Like that's exactly right. I actually look at my particular areas and I ask myself, what could possibly be causing black people to live like this, or black people to not be able to reach certain heights that they want to. And I jump back and I also ask, well, let's look at their bank accounts first. Let's see what they're spending their money on. Let's see how much money they've dedicated to stock investments, to business investments. So no, I in short, no, 1,000%, she's absolutely right. And I don't know I don't know if I necessarily agree when she says one way. I guess I kind of agree, but one way to exemplify white oppression is for white people to constantly say, you can't live without my assistance. That's what I got from the video.
Yeah.
You can't live without my assistance. And
Now,
and I and the way people live their lives, it is absolutely true. But it's not impossible for black people to not live without governmental assistance. And it sounded like when I hear these conversations, that's what people are saying. We need these governmental assistance programs to help us. We need the food stamps. We need the Section 8 in order for us to live. Well, again, let's look at your bank accounts and see what it is you're spending your money on.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jamil.
Oh, I thought what she said was perfect. I thought that it was said in a way to make people really think about it. But I thought what she said was perfect. It wasn't an ideology, but it was basically going back to the main beliefs of you teach a man to fish, guess what? He knows how to eat forever. A man don't work, a man don't eat. Those are beliefs that we used to hold on to stronger. Um, I know that I've never I was never able to get
Mm.
any kind of assistance um because I knew if I ain't work, people ain't eat, so no, I totally agree. Um that's just
Mhm.
my point of it.
Let me jump in right here. So
Mike muted.
again, right?
I'm sorry. Mike
This
was
is what I
muted.
do, right? The crazy part about what's happening right here, to me, in my opinion, is, and I think, oh, I'm bad. I'm sorry. Was I over talking somebody?
No, I
No,
was seeing if Los
Okay.
heard me, but I don't think he heard me.
Okay. Because my StreamYard was muted. My bad. See, this is what I'm saying. So you said you share her political ideology, so therefore you can't hear the bigotry in the statement, right? The fact of the
what?
matter is wait, so you gonna let me talk or no? Because we can argue if you want to,
No,
or we
no.
can have a
Now
conversation.
listen, I'm ready. But I'm okay, I'm listening.
Okay,
I
cool.
just said what on it. Go ahead.
Okay, cool.
I
So
don't even know her political ideology.
absolutely, you don't know. She was just shitted all over the liberals, but you don't know her political ideology. Gotcha. So let me ask you this question: who get the most government assistance in this country? Which
White
demographic
folks.
would that be?
White
Which
folks.
white folks, huh? Which ones specifically?
Um
White
Eastern
women.
Southern
White
whites.
women. Oh, ain't that something? Which
Rich white
demographic?
folks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, sir. Because they don't ever want to talk about that part of it, right? People don't ever want to discuss corporate welfare, right? Because they can't shit on black people with it. Let me ask you this question. Which race in this country don't get any government assistance?
You better not say black people.
I love crickets.
Well, I
You
was
better
going to
not
say
say black people.
indigenous people, but black folks maybe, but
No.
indigenous don't get shit.
No. All of them do.
Okay, I was gonna say you
All of
better
them
not say
do.
black people.
Let me ask you this, sir. Who's the richest demographic in the country?
Indians and Asians.
You think so?
No, it's white
1,000%.
folks. It's white folks.
1,000%.
Yeah. See,
No,
you
it's
know what
not.
he's going off of? He's
Huh?
going off the top of the Indian bracket. See, they
All
don't
of
break
the
the Indian bracket down.
all of the
They only
I
deal with what
looked
the
this.
top is doing.
I looked this stat up today, bro. It's
Right.
Asians and Indians. Look it up right
Absolutely.
now. It's
it's
not white
definitely,
folks. White folks are like 3 steps above black people.
yeah,
Got you.
it's definitely Indians and Asians. That's 100% true.
Can
Got
I
you.
say something?
We
Okay.
like
Right.
number look, white
So
people
you're
like number
wrong.
21, we like number 24.
Right. So you're wrong. Right. And that's okay. It's okay to be wrong because you get to learn. Right. So the point is this: every single race in this country gets welfare somehow, some way. I don't care if
Yep.
it's public welfare or if it's corporate welfare. Everybody gets welfare. You know, in Brooklyn, who gets the most Section 8? Jewish people. How about that? The
Hey,
so-called
hey, y'all,
richest people
I'm gonna have to get
control the
out. Y'all have
runners
a good
of the
day,
world.
okay?
Okay, Lo.
I
See you
think the
later.
point they're saying is that we don't
Wait,
need it, but then we do need it because if we want to go to school, if we want to get a trade, if we want to do something in the American world, we need like assistance, government assistance with financial aid. Even the military is government assistance. So I mean, and then in our community, if we tell kids don't go to school, if we're saying don't go to the military, that kind of does mess up their finances too. So, we don't need it, but we do need it. But the
Right.
problem is with our community, we don't have nothing outside of public aid. Like you have, guys that have money, you have people that have money, but we don't have nothing collectively that all of our kids can go to, not just the people or the
Okay.
people you like. All of our children, we
Yeah.
don't have jobs that all of our kids can apply for, so that is more of the issue. We have the money, but we don't like come together because we all have
Absolutely.
individual realities, you know what I'm saying? But my father was from the hood. He went to the military straight out of high school because he didn't want to live a certain type of way. Now, I have uncles that didn't follow that step, you know what I'm saying? But my dad knew that he had to get up out of there. So he did what he had to do. He went to the military. Now, there are some men black men specifically, that don't agree with that. But what else are they doing when they don't go to the military? What
So
else are they gonna be forced to do? So that's what I'm saying. Like,
got you. But this is what I'm saying, right? This is why I want to break the
that's a
video
form
down,
of
right?
helping.
The problem is that when we play 3-minute long videos and they make 47 points, right? And then we're trying to remember them all, we don't get to attack them, right? We don't get to edify our audiences and show them where they were wrong at. This is what I do every day on my show, right? So again, if black people don't get the most welfare, then why is that even a part of her conversation?
I'm
If the
trying to figure out
demographic,
what
Because we're
exactly
still
what point are
having
you
kids
trying to
out of
say?
wedlock and girls still go to the aid office and women. Well, they shut down Section 8, so we don't have to deal with that
Section
right
8 is
now.
not shut down.
Oh,
So
well, women are
let's
still
make
on
that
Section
provision.
8. There
I mean,
are
I
women
don't
that
understand
still
what
make
you're saying.
mistakes. There are still women that are 40 having kids, and they're
What does
not
that mean?
financially stable.
But what does
They're
that
not
mean though?
financially stable. They're
Hey,
not
wait,
financially
Sheikah, can you hear
stable.
me? Did you
Why
hear
are
my
you having
question?
kids? Why, Sheikah, why are you steady having kids if you can't afford them?
But that's what
Why are
I'm
you steady?
saying.
No, why are we
The
steady having? Why are we making an
education,
excuse? No, no damn education. See, now I'm getting
poverty
pissed off.
line.
Poverty
You need
is
to be
because
taught how to
at
use
20
condoms.
in 2025, poverty is because of us. Choices we make, the shit that we choose to celebrate, the
Okay,
things that
that's
we
still
do,
part of the
the way we
community,
spend.
though.
No, but we don't need aid for that.
No,
Taxpayers
we
shouldn't have to
don't,
fund lazy ass people who don't want to do
You
shit
don't.
for no
man.
reason.
But you
Like
don't
People,
though.
parents been
that's
living
not a
off
thing.
that
Sheikah,
for
No,
years.
hold
Now they
on, because
grown up
hold
now,
on,
and now they
because
don't want it. So
okay,
that'd be the
we
problem
still got to
too.
remember who platform this is. Give me a
That'd
second.
be
your
the
mic ain't
issue too.
connected, Nikki.
Okay, mic is connected. Can
No,
you
it's
hear
not like
me?
you're talking to your computer. I'm saying the mic ain't connected.
Yeah, it sounds like you're talking through your computer.
It
Yeah.
don't matter. So look, my question is to Mr. Beans, because you're saying a lot of things. You're saying a lot of them fast, and you're saying a lot of them technical. My question to you, because I'm still trying to understand, what exactly are you saying? Because she wasn't talking about where she's literally just talking about this oppression, poverty, broke ass mindset that we have had for I don't know how long, that has been indoctrinated in us since for generations. So my question to you is, what exactly are you saying that she said was wrong about the way we vote, the way we think, and the way we follow up behind white liberals?
Because it's not true.
No, I'm asking you what was that is true. And like, how don't you see that?
See, this is what I'm saying, Nikki. This is what I don't like to do. This is why I run shit different. What you want gonna do on my show is you not gonna say some shit and can't back it up. I promise you, every single thing I'm saying right now, I got
certain
the
things
website.
because I'm
Are
asking
you gonna let me finish my sentence?
no, because you're not
That'd
answering
be
my
the issue
question.
too.
I'm trying to. When I
No.
just answered, when I started answering your question, you cut me off and said, no. But what I'm trying to tell you is that I can back up what I'm saying with data. I don't care about your feelings.
Oh, data. Here we go.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Truth.
People have experiences, though. People
So are
live
you
life,
saying,
real life.
Mr. So are you saying,
It's
Mr. Beans, that we
reality.
are hold on, because I want to make his position clear. We are oppressed. We do need government assistance, and the black community ain't fucked up. Is that what you're saying?
The black community ain't fucked up.
I'm asking that and just ask the yes or no.
You see, I'm trying to answer your question. I'm literally answering what you just asked. Are you gonna let me or no? The black community ain't fucked up. There are people who are absolutely oppressed, and yes, government assistance is absolutely necessary. When you live in a country where you're taxed from the minute you can be until you die, why shouldn't you be able to get something from your government? Every other demographic of people come to this country because they can get something from the government, and only goofy black people run around telling black people don't get nothing from your government.
No, we telling lazy, broke ass, we telling lazy ass black people don't be trying to
Well, we
siphon
don't worry
enough.
about
No, you're
them.
just.
No,
We don't
you
worry
have to
about
worry
them.
about it. Go ahead, Tim. You've been patient
I've
and
been
quiet.
quiet for a while. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you, Barry.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you, Mr. Beans. I appreciate you 100%. But
No, I bet you.
I've got also 100. I've got a very different perspective because I'm an old white guy. But I do think that when she said Jews and Asians, she was putting them in the same class with black folks here in America. It's just a different conversation. Jews and Asians didn't build this country as slaves. Black folks did. You know, it's not like
the
Jews and
biggest lie.
Asians couldn't get a loan 40 years ago. Black folks couldn't. You know, it's just a different fucking conversation. Excuse my language. It's just a different conversation.
Tim, do you remember when she said that the Jews built up their own country?
Yeah.
Now,
it's just not
true.
Now, that
just
was not
not
the
true.
question posed, so I did not
Well,
touch the whole Jew stuff because that was not my question posed.
But
And
the
there be
answer
grown
is
people still
she's
making
full of shit.
mistakes.
The answer is she's full of shit.
Mhm.
And in my opinion, as a white liberal, I don't know what the right word is because I think you all look at me differently, but I think that black folks in the United States of America deserve special consideration. That's
Just
my
say the
opinion.
shit, Tim. Just
And that's the end of that's the end of the statement.
Black people only think so because their ears tune up at the sound of getting money for free.
Hold on.
Proven in my video.
So let me get
hey, Exhibit A.
Hold on.
A
Let me
black
talk.
folk, a black person in this United States of America right now can't get a job as easy as a white folk can. And 40 years ago, they couldn't get a home loan. And what makes you work in this United States of America is property wealth, and black people haven't had that opportunity. So if we need to do something to make that right, we need.
I don't want to hear about 17 and 1865. I'm talking about right now. Go ahead, Jamil.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right. So let's do this. And this is just coming from me being a black man. Now, something y'all don't know, and I don't talk about it, but I ain't ashamed of it. I got 8 kids. So I've never been on any kind of public aid. And I always worked the regular job. I was blessed because I was able to sell things and able to make a different type of money than other people. But I will say this. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Have you ever filed your kids?
Mr. Beans, go ahead.
I'm trying. Have you ever filed your kids on your taxes?
Heck no.
Never?
No.
That's crazy. Okay, go ahead.
You filed them.
So what I was going to say is, when you talk about the other races of people, when you talk about the other races,
hold on, Jamel, because they trying to try to play you like a little Dusty. First, he was married.
That ain't got nothing to do with
so he didn't have to pay all of that. He didn't have to do all that.
That ain't got nothing to do with
it. Don't like wow.
Well, why y'all even ask him that then?
That's okay.
Because he could get extra money and that be in his pocket from working.
I'll answer the question. Let me answer the question. The reason why is because people don't know this, but the child tax credit and the earned income tax credit is welfare. That's exactly what it is. So everybody out here filing their kids on their taxes is getting welfare, but judging other people who get welfare and they're retarded. So
I don't understand that. I don't want to get it.
All I'm saying
and we
is
black people that are used to
let
getting
Jamel
welfare.
Let Jamel finish.
Go ahead.
Don't get off topic.
In the thing that's different about the black society is, yes, when immigrants come, the household gets benefits. You know what I'm saying? Whereas a lot of times in black society, whoever received the child got the benefits, meaning the black woman would get the benefits, but the black man would be left without. That's where the big difference is. So when you look at, when I look at the Democrats, I think the Democrats are amazing for black women. but I definitely think they step on the chest of black men. And the only reason I say this is, like I
That's
said,
a great point.
people like, huh?
That's a great point.
Now, the only reason I say this is because when you look at people like Bill Clinton, yes, as a child, I looked up to Big Bill Clinton. I thought he was one of the coolest men I ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I noticed, hold on, wait a minute, how are you getting 50 years for nonviolent crimes?
Mm.
Those are
Same
things
with
that
Joe
the
Biden.
put in place. And I never could agree with that. How is it that I'm going to jail for child support? But the court said I couldn't see my child. So I got to pay for a child I can't really see?
You talking
Now, at the same time, I never went to jail for child support, and I paid it. But also, when you look at how some of the men that were doing what they were supposed to do, if you look at the amount of money that we were paying in child, like if you want to look at something, look at how much black men were paying in child support. If I could show y'all that I had 7 kids that wasn't on child support and just one that was on child support, but my child support was $1,100 a month, y'all wouldn't believe that.
I would. Yeah,
You know what I mean? Those are the things that separated as far as me in the system. Why? Because even though I had to pay $1,100 plus try to raise my family, plus miss weekends, plus miss time at home, I had to work.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel a certain type of way about some people not having to work. And I'm really not talking about, when we talk about working and when we talking about working hard, that conversation really, I ain't talking about the women. I'm talking about the men.
Okay.
Do my black men need to stand up? Yes. And they need to look, meeting young men, because I work with young men in the community. Meeting young men that's going to jail over and over, that's a hurtful thing. Meeting fathers that's not being able to spend so extra time with their kids, that's a hurtful thing. Having your hands tied, but the government helping. See, one thing about this particular country, see, we'll tell a man to shut up, and we'll try to raise some hoes. You look at all these men, look at all these married men that married a woman and she taking 50% of his wealth. That's crazy. What they do when they get divorced, they do whole shit. They don't do nothing crazy, nothing amazing. You know, it's just like I'm not. I don't have nothing on my chest where I wake up every day and I feel like I'm inferior. I feel like I'm just as good as everybody else. And I was raised like that. But I do feel like, hey, in some situations, certain handouts do affect you. Because if the handout state you can only make a certain amount of money, or we can't give you this handout no more, that's control.
But Jamel, watch this. Hold on, real quick. Because you're saying a lot, like the video, right?
Go ahead.
Watch this.
Go ahead.
Guess what the average amount of time it is that people stay on Section 8? 5 years.
Now I live in St. Louis. I can give you a real average.
Wait. No. See, this is what I'm saying. What we not gonna do is minimize it to your anecdotal experience, right? We have to talk and speak in generalities and not minimalizations, anecdotals, or absolutes, right? Because that doesn't further long conversations. Generalizations do. So in general, across the country, 5 years.
Don't figure nothing out.
You got to.
Bro, it's
we try to make it seem like everybody just own this shit forever and ever and ever, right? Because that gives us the courage to punch down on folks, right? Which is really what people want to do. They don't really care about change in the black community, because then what would you have to talk about? But the fact of the matter is this. Wait, 1 second. I'm almost done. I swear I'm landing right now.
Let me go next.
But the fact of the matter is this, bro. Yeah, but I'm with you on that. But the fact of the matter is this, bro. What I'm saying is, in my opinion, this is why nobody's ever going to respond to this. If every single demographic in the country gets government assistance, why shouldn't we? I'm waiting.
But our men already don't get it though.
They do.
Who?
Yeah.
Bro, I just told you, men absolutely get food stamps. Men absolutely get Section 8 housing. Men absolutely file.
Go to New York. I'm trying.
Men
Go to Florida.
file their kids on their taxes and get returns on their money. Like men absolutely get government assistance too. Men
Go to
absolutely
Cali.
get grants to go to school. Right? It's a lot of niggas who went to the military. Ain't nothing wrong with them niggas, but they lying and saying they got disabilities. And now, according to the government, is sending them disability every month for a fake illness. So everybody gets some kind of government assistance. So why y'all only want to punch down on black people? I'm waiting.
I'm punching down on
the issue
anybody
is,
that's doing waste and abuse. I don't care if you black, white, or indifferent. Waste and abuse, if you don't supposed to be on it, if you can work, only the disabled and children should be qualified for that. Able-bodied people should not be laying up on no fucking Section 8 for 5 years. I don't care what date you talking about. That's just
exactly.
not. And we also know the reality. Hold up, I know why I'm talking now. And we also know the reality of that most of those people that be on Section 8 and low-income housing, they raise generation of them helpers in the same projects, in the same houses, because as soon as they have a baby, the damn government automatically jump the wait list and put them in an apartment as soon as they turn 18. And then the next time that girl have a baby, because she finna have one early now too, probably 3 more, and it's gonna keep going on. You not finna come up on Just a Brown Girl in America platform and act like black folk ain't got their own issues we need to be worried about other than the big bad white man.
How is it different?
That's all I'm saying. And like at a certain point, like the number, I just looked it up.
Shit hurt me so bad.
It said 5.8. 5.8 years.
Me your feelings.
It's closer to 6 years.
I am an angry patriot. You will get to know me, Mr. Beans. I am an angry patriot. My nerves get rattled. I'm your favorite auntie. And it's just what it is.
That's a fact. You definitely my favorite auntie. That's
why I was saying there be older women that still have babies to keep their housing assistance and all that stuff. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like
they still doing that.
We got to stop cutting spaces off. He gonna kill.
Let me ask you a question.
I didn't change my voice and make my spaces talk.
I just want to know what city you in.
Spit it out, Spaces.
I mean, and that was my ultimate gripe that I was trying to get to. And Nikki just said everything that I was just about, well, almost everything that I was just about to say. I looked up the number, being you said it's 5 years. It's closer to 6 years than it is 5, regardless of if it's 5 or 6 years. You didn't figure nothing out in that time at all. The only thing you figured out is how you can pass it down to your daughter so you can keep the government assistance going. Crazy. The absolute majority of people that I see on this government assistance of Section 8, and it is food stamp, are people that are not trying to get better, that are not trying to do better. They are trying to figure out how they can finesse the system to keep the governmental assistance going. And I'm tired of my tax money going to that.
Can I ask you a quick
There's
question?
better things that it can go to. Now, it also I also looked at the stamp where we kind of got off of the conversation. I didn't get to it, but I looked at, I believe that the census.gov is a reputable source of information. And I looked up household income, and for the most part, it's reputable. Is they said a lot of stuff that's we can argue about, but I looked up household income by race, and shoot, I got it. White households was 84,000. White non-Hispanic 89,000. Black was 57,000. Asian was 112. Asians and Indian. They don't have Indians on this particular graph, but Asians are up there with the overall household income, regardless of it. Now, back to the current conversation. If you're black, white, green, one leg, 2 leg, 8 leg, you should not be able to have government assistance for your entire life.
Spaces. This is what I'm saying right here, right? When you say things like that, this is what really makes me want to burn YouTube down, right? Because nobody's going to understand what you're saying. They're just going to think, oh, you're saying Asians make more money. No. You just said household income. So what you're talking about is married folks. And we already know that black people ain't married.
That's no problem.
Bro. Wait. So
see, we focus too much on the.
So hold on. So when I'm giving you my numbers, when I'm giving you the median income, I'm talking about what it looks like for black men, black women, white men, white women, Asian men, Asian women, Mexican men, Mexican women. So you can't try to make it seem like black people ain't doing shit. No, they doing shit, but we are doing it more separately than other folks are. And guess what? Separately, we're actually doing it better than them. Black fathers who don't live in the household with their kids are way more active and spend way more money and time with their kids than any other demographic. So this individualism shit that they've been pushing on us, we mastering that shit too. We are better than these motherfuckers at everything.
Yeah, we focus too much on the negative too much, because there are black married couples that are thriving, that are doing very well, and they are not on
Girl, you better not say that.
housing assistance and stuff like that. No, for real. Like my parents my parents married. They still married. I don't.
So the reason that we Sheikah, the reason that we the Sheikah, the reason that we identified these things is because, first of all, we identify the issues, and because even though this subset of people that we talking about possibly not the largest, but they're the loudest.
Right,
So
and that's
by
what
them
people
being but by them being the loudest, and by them having this same reflection and look like you, they represent us all, because everybody already like lumping us together as it is.
Yes, but we also, but Nikki,
categorizing us in the boxes. So that's why we focus on the issues. Nobody's negating. That's the whole point that we're trying to make. And I'm interested to see, after what you just heard, especially after all the numbers that it gave, how wonderful we doing and how we winning and how we betting than all these motherfuckers. I'm interested to know with you, Tim, do we still need your help?
Well, I just
absolutely, you poor black folks.
I'm not giving my
yeah. I mean,
go ahead, Amber.
I'm sorry. I'm a smart ass. I'm a smart ass.
I don't give a fuck what
Amber needs my help on the dance floor. But I got to tell you this. I'm so
Tim be at the cookout chilling. Y'all hear me?
Yeah. No, I'm so amazed to hear all the different opinions as an old white guy, liberal old white guy, who has such an open mind to equality. And I'm hearing maybe I'm messed up in my direction, and I'm trying to take it in, but I don't think I still am not convinced that the fact that black folks came over on slave ships, worked their asses off to build this country, and until in my lifetime couldn't buy a house in my neighborhood, that there isn't some special consideration given to them. You know, it's like, and then you talk about, I don't think, one thing I seem to hear
handout.
Is
no,
you guys feel well, but you guys seem to feel like there's something inherently lazy about black people. Nikki,
no, we know
right?
that they're not.
No.
Well, that's what
I feel that way too. I think that too.
That's what it
we're not saying
like
that they're inherent. No, we're nothing.
Or the black woman is an issue.
Hello,
like, that's what I get.
Chica, I'm gonna need you to get on camera, baby, if you're gonna be in this conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't right now.
Okay, what I'm saying is, no, I'm not saying they inherently. One mic, y'all. I'm not saying that they inherently.
City in America.
I'm not saying that they're hello. Oh my God, am I talking? Hold on.
I told you to connect your mic.
I am not saying that they're inherently lazy. I am saying that people make choices in life. And a lot of the issues that the black community are dealing with internally are self-inflicted wounds.
Nikki, can I answer that though? And again, from my old white man perspective.
Oh, and also I want to say I give you grace because of that. I give you grace because of your age and at the time that you came from. I do give you grace because of that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I know that you was,
but also give me credit because I've been around the block 3 more times than you.
That part,
you know, get that. You know, I grew up in it. So my bottom line to what you're saying, Nikki, is I think that the black community in the United States of America needs special consideration. And it's not like they're Asians. It's not like they're whatever the other woman said
poor little black
that are doing so well. No, No,
The
not
Jews.
poor little black people.
Tim,
But
Right.
Not
that's
poor
how
little
we
black
take
people.
it. That's how
Right.
we take it.
about
Well, you shouldn't take it like that.
That
I'm
Here's
part,
what
saying,
it
It's
Tim.
is.
like that.
Here's what it is.
Have a
We
Tim,
don't
what
problem
you
need your
talking about
pity.
is
We
It's
don't need
not
your
my
pity.
pity. It's not my pity. How about this, Nikki? If you're a black person and you go to apply for a job today against a white person, you're likely not to get it. How's that?
But that's
Where
such
you
a
hear that
fake.
from? And that don't necessarily mean because you
It's
black.
not.
It could be a lot of reasons.
Oh no, it's
Thank
I
you.
used
100%
to be
because you're
a
black.
property. I used
Thank
to be a
you.
property manager. Do you know how these people used to come to my interviews in jogging pants
with
and
Bonnie.
t-shirts?
I'm sorry.
And no,
I'll shut up,
so
Nikki.
they
But let
know
me say
all.
one more thing.
Yeah.
It's a fact. It's a fact. Like the world's round. If you are black, you are disadvantaged in this country. If you don't believe that, then that's fine. But it's a fact.
Of course, we fucking don't. We black.
Well,
Why
but
would we
Tim,
believe? Why would we believe that we oppressed and that we need and we beat down and broke down and need help from
nobody ain't even
the
saying that.
great white hope? Like, why would we believe that?
You
Why
being
would we believe that? Why
disingenuous,
would you
Nikki.
want us to
I'm
believe
sorry.
that?
I'm
Why would
sorry.
you want us to believe
I'm
disingenuous,
not
that?
Nikki.
saying, Nikki. I'm not
Why
saying
would you
all
want
that.
us to believe that?
I'm not saying all that.
Right.
I'm not
You
saying all
just
that.
hurt my
She ain't got
feelings.
no choice. She got a straw
Tim,
man. You wait, Tim.
if you
She
say
has
it's
to
being
straw man your
reparations,
argument
the
because
millions
if
of
she just
reparations,
if
I
she
agree with
responds to
that.
directly what you said,
But
then she loses the debate. So she has to straw man you. She don't have a
What
choice.
happened? What choices?
You
I got
straw man,
choices.
you're
That's
straw
my
man in
point.
his argument. He didn't say any of
Nobody
that shit
straw
that you
man.
just
Yes,
said.
he did, because that's the ideology. That's the whole point of the
No, it's
conversation.
not.
Yes,
It's
it is.
literally
You
not.
tried to change it to that, but that was the
Nikki,
point
let
of
me
the
jump back in though.
conversation.
I'm
He
sorry, Nikki.
literally
Let
didn't
me
say,
jump
wait,
back
wait, hold
in.
on,
That
I
was
Tim.
really
him.
didn't
Hold on,
say
Tim.
that.
Okay.
It's how
He
you heard it.
literally didn't say
It's
none of
how
that
you
stuff that
heard
you
it.
just
It's
said.
how you heard it. It's how you
Listen.
heard it.
Right.
Because
Well,
it's
this
where
how
you
you just
are.
like how
It's
you
not
heard a
what
lot
I
of things
said.
I say. Just because I say I don't want boys in my bathroom, you say I'm a homophobe.
You are.
No.
I guess that's how that is. I guess we just hear what we want to hear. But I'm gonna let
I
everybody
mean,
say.
if y'all want my sons to go in the bathroom with y'all daughters, that's on y'all.
Let Tim
My
finish his
sons
thought
are
out.
horrible. So
Okay, so we
Nikki,
about to end. Let Tim finish his thought out.
thank you very much. And
And
I think I
then
said what I need to.
anybody else that want to end on a note on this topic and a night shout out with your
I'm gonna say
pages,
this
your
real
follow
quick.
you. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I got it. Well, number one, I so much appreciate being on this panel with all you, because it teaches me so much about your perspectives, and they're so different than mine, and it's what makes the world go round. And so love
That's
you,
why we
Nikki,
do it,
and
Tim.
love you, Nikki, and we're different. We got different ideas,
And you know I love you too, Tim.
all right,
And that's
good
what
enough.
it's all
That's
about.
all I want to say.
well, I love the fact that Tim stands 10 toes down on what he got to say. He's an awesome human being, so yeah. But all I gotta say is I ain't giving up my food stamps. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. And people be mad. People be mad about talking about all this shit because you don't get food stamps, bitch. You hungry. And I don't care. Like, I don't care. No, you can't get none.
I hope they audit
Don't
your
you got
food
a
stamps too.
six-figure income? Don't you got a six-figure job interview coming up?
I don't have a job.
Hey Trump,
Type
you see her name is Amberlyn.
Type shit.
Yeah.
I don't have a job.
Wait,
And don't call
wait
that
till
nigga
she
out
get
on this
on
platform.
All right.
Type shit.
Mr. Beans, my special guest, Mr.
You
Beans.
gonna
You
throw
got
them
something to
stamps
shout
away
out?
like an airplane.
Hey man, listen, man. I am rooting for you, Nikki. I am rooting for this channel to blow up and hit 100,000 subscribers. You got some, you got some things you need to tighten up. Them long ass videos and shit. You gotta let people go through them. But other than that, I mean, your perspective is different. You know what you're doing. You controlling your panels. You be looking fly. Just make sure that mic is connected because we need to hear you crisply, right? But other than that, I am.
My mic is connected.
It's
No,
not,
baby.
baby. That's what we're trying to tell you. It's
Same
not.
way.
But
Yeah.
other than that, just so I could get through my little finishing thoughts, I'm rooting for you. I'm proud of you. And you gonna hit 1,000 subscribers anytime soon. But you already monetized. I don't know why you worrying so much about the little pussy ass
No,
stuff.
I'm not. I ain't monetized.
Well, how you getting
You
super
get-
chats if you ain't
you get super
monetized?
chats.
Well, I'm monetized like that, but I'm not like getting no
A
ads like
partner.
you.
Y'all be greedy.
You'll get the AdSense. It's
I
coming. Don't
mean,
worry about it.
okay, so anybody watching, if you tune in, if you hit the subscribe, I think I'm about
Absolutely.
45, 40 something away from hitting
Absolutely.
1,000. We'll be fully monetized, a bona fide YouTube channel. I really appreciate everybody. I don't even know how this even happening, but go ahead, Spaces.
Good. Wait. Let me say this one thing, last thing, Spaces. I need everybody to look this up. You won't do it, but I need you to. I promise you, if you need the proof, just holler at me. Not a single dollar out of your check goes towards nobody's welfare, and I can prove it. Not a single dollar. Not one. So this lie that they try to tell y'all to make you think you paying for other people's government assistance, you're not. Right? I don't have time because Nikki lazy and she only want to do hour-long shows, right? but but if you need the proof, just holler at your boy. I will show you. Not a single dollar of your check goes towards anybody's government assistance. Spaces, my man. Go ahead, bro.
What's up, man? So I am one of the people that will Google things and research things to make sure that I have a full understanding of what it is that I'm talking about, because one of the things I do not like is being wrong. I like to be accurate, right? So even in this conversation, I Googled some of the things that Beans was saying, and I like to drop links as it is that I'm saying whatever it is. And Beans, please, maybe I'll tune into your channel. I'll see what it is that you're talking about.
Man, come on, hit the link. I got you. You welcome anytime, bro.
Yeah, so I Googled what percentage of men are on government Section 8, basically. It's about 17%. I've never heard of a single man that is on Section 8, but apparently there is someone out there. I do believe. Then I also Google, is filing your child on your taxes considered welfare? It said filing your child on your taxes, which typically makes you eligible for the child tax credit, is not legally considered welfare. So now, then I also looked up. Now we're talking about, how Beans was talking about how good people individually, Black people are doing, which I wholeheartedly disagree with. I was in a conversation today where we were talking about Chicago public schools, and I just Googled Chicago public school test scores, and I found out that 18.3% of 3rd through 8th graders in Chicago public schools are proficient in math. You're telling me that these people are on the same level of Asians and Indians and all that? All these other people who clearly we'll have a different conversation.
Come on, man. Listen, bro. Drop your math in the back chat so I can get up with you and let's do a show. Tim, you too. Jamel, you too. Put your math in the back chat, bro. I'm gonna reach out to y'all so we could do a fly ass show. And Nikki gonna come over to my channel. I'm gonna report your channel. I'm gonna tell them you over here bullying people.
But hey, everybody, I am 1/3 of the No Key podcast. We go live every Sunday at 2 p.m. Nikki was just on our panel this past Sunday. It was great fun. It was a great conversation. We talk about whatever it is that comes across our purview, and we'd love to see you guys in the chat. It's KNOWKI in YouTube, and love to see y'all.
I'm subscribing right now, bro. Right now.
All right, Jamel.
Basically, I think in our city, everything different. When you look up St. Louis, and I'm talking about, it's the #1 segregated city, St. Louis.
Yeah.
#1 segregated city in America. It's considered the most racist city in America. As far as our public schooling goes, one of the worst. One of the worst. Our city is a huge red line city. What I mean by red line is blacks over here, whites over here. And I mean, it's strong.
Not on the south side.
It's still strong because you still got state streets where it's only blacks.
That's what I'm
And you got
those are niggas.
And you got
wow.
Jamel, you're 100% right.
On the end.
Jamel, you're 100% right. Delmar divide.
I ain't worried, and it's just what it is. They got videos on the segregation here. So what I see and where I come from, I came from one of those red line situations, and I just felt like, hey, I never wanted to live like that. Not saying I wanted to live somewhere where I can be like, hey, it's white over here. I just want to feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
But I did want to acknowledge, I just looked up here, Shout out to Mr. Beans again for the super chat. Don't skip past Genesis 6:6. Edify your audience. I have
Next
done
week.
that for you. So, Mr. Beans, when we were talking about God don't make mistakes, and he sent us Genesis 6:6. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on this earth, and his heart was deeply troubled. I second that. And with that being said, I'm just another brown girl in America. Thank you guys so much for hanging out at my show. I had so much fun with my panel today. We got into some deep topics. We got different perspectives. We got some data. We got some technical. We got my angry self. So we just was all across the board today. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Just another brown girl in America. Bye.